Thank you, Sir Shamshad, Mr. Khalid Mahmood, and honorable guests, honorable hosts, for giving me the opportunity to speak today. Before starting with my speech, may I apologize for writing it in English because I thought the book is in English, as Mr. Showkat said, so my speech is in English, but next time perhaps it will be in Urdu. It is indeed an honor to speak about Witness to History by Honorable Shamshad Khan Sahab, an outstanding human being, professional, intellectual, political analyst, patriot, and a brilliant diplomat. His contributions for Pakistan cannot be enumerated and discussed in the few minutes given to me. Mr. Shamshad served as Pakistan's Foreign Secretary and, above all, as a standard bearer for Pakistan's principal positions. He developed and promoted Pakistan's foreign policy and defended Pakistan's narrative on all matters of geopolitical importance for Pakistan. Knowing him and his reputation, he is upright, honest, and forthright in expressing his views and opinions, a quality rarely available in our bureaucracy and leaders. I have had the honor of learning from Mr. Shamshad in our meetings, and he welcomed counter viewpoints and explained matters from the perspective of ground realities and the prevailing environment in various tenures. Witness to History is a treasure trove of insights, offering a first-hand account of Pakistan's pivotal moments since 1947. Honorable Shamshad Khan's narrative weaves astute analysis with personal experiences, providing unparalleled understanding of Pakistan's foreign policy and national security decisions. His eyewitness perspective sheds light on major events including Pakistan's nuclear explosions in 1998. Witness to History is a must-read for history enthusiasts, those who want to gain a deeper understanding of Pakistan's journey, CSS and political science students. Researchers will discover valuable insight into Pakistan's global interactions. The book's significance lies in its authenticity, truthfulness, accuracy of memoirs, historical perspectives, analysis, and sound decisions. It is an honor to stand here and express my gratitude to Mr. Shamshad for sharing his wisdom and experiences with us. I have no doubt that his book will inspire and educate readers on foreign policy, statecraft, governance, and history of Pakistan. Mr. Shamshad's contributions are so numerous that these cannot be covered in this short time. A few must, however, be mentioned, and there are no better words than his own to do justice to this monumental contribution. The nuclear explosion in 1998, the CTBT, to sign or not to sign, 10 points of Mr. Shamshad, Kashmir, Kargil, and last but not the least, his vision for Pakistan. So talking about CTBT, I quote from the book, page 609, chapter 24. He says, and this is very significant, I do not claim any credit, but I am sure history will judge everything and everyone accurately when examining the moments of truth in that epoch-making phase in our country's history. I devotedly stood for Pakistan's nuclear status and its preservation at every cost, because in my view, this was indispensable for our country's security, independence and survival. I was the lone voice at the policy level opposed to our adherence to the CTBT. The people in Pakistan too were vociferously opposed to signing the treaty. I remember I was at a wedding in Lahore. A young man walked up to me and shouted, "I must not agree to signing CTBT." Sir, a great achievement. Mr. Shamshad's 10 points, he writes, in September 1999, as we were approaching the UN General Assembly, we anticipated renewed pressure, both from outside and domestically, for the Prime Minister to honor his commitment at the 1998 UNGA session for adherence to the CTBT before the conference of the state parties of the CTBT in Vienna. Mr. Shamshad made a major policy statement, and these are known as the 10 steps of Shamshad Ahmad Khan Sahab. So I won't talk about all the 10 steps, but I will only mention 4 important. The first is, the world community should ensure that India does not conduct any more nuclear tests, and pending entry into force of CTBT, India and Pakistan should enter into a binding bilateral arrangement on further testing. Second, India should not operationally deploy its nuclear weapons. I am leaving out a few, as they're given in the book, but I must read the last 2. India will seriously address and resolve the Kashmir issue in accordance with the United Nations resolutions. And the last, India will negotiate a strategic restraint regime with Pakistan. The next most important is the reference to Kashmir, very significant. Page 624, chapter 24. In my introduction, I briefly mentioned about the Kashmir issue lying at the heart of Pakistan's foreign policy. This core dispute with India is inextricably linked to peace and security of the region. After the nuclear test by India in May 1998 and then by Pakistan, Kashmir was widely recognized as a nuclear flashpoint. Kashmir also lies at the center of our security policy. The volatile line of control, continuous skirmishes at the working boundary, and the ever-present Indian threat to our sovereignty and territorial integrity are all linked to the Kashmir dispute. Pakistan has consistently supported the Kashmir cause for the last 50 years. The clash in 1948, in 1965, and the Kargil events last year are all directly related to Kashmir. Very significant. I've read the point about Kargil written by after great research. He's pointed all points of view, including General Musharraf's book, and I think it's a very comprehensive analysis. So I will not refer to that. Anyone who reads the book will probably get the gist of it. However, I must mention a very significant para on Kargil. In whatever way one looks at the Kargil events, this episode has marked a watershed in the history of the Kashmir dispute and Pakistan-India relations. The P5 Geneva Communique of June 4, 1998 and UN Security Council Resolution 1172 of June 6, 1998 had identified the Kashmir dispute as the root cause of tension in the region, which had to be addressed. Ever since Kargil, our lobbying has been focused on the possible eruption of more Kargils if the Kashmir dispute is not urgently addressed and a just and fair settlement reached. Sir, since I've been told to cut short, I had written from the book the vision of Mr. Shamshad Ibn Khan on the current situation and the future of Pakistan. I'll just say a few words of that, and I'll then have my conclusion. Constitutional oath and responsibilities remain in status. There has never been so great a need for the nation to revisit Muhammad Ali Jinnah's legacy as now, to renew its faith in his vision of Pakistan. Nor has there been so much urgency as to disseminate and popularize the democratic philosophy of our Qaid, which has been ignored by the people and distorted by the political community to suit their own self-serving interests. To conclude, may I thank you, sir, once again for giving a gift in the shape of witness to history to our present and future generations. May Allah help us and guide us to the destination for which Pakistan was created, a merit and rule-based order based on equality before law and an egalitarian society in which citizens have fundamental rights. Thank you very much.